pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Tonight, it's the Sunday night opener for the new NFL season between the Chicago Bears and the Los Angeles Rams. It's the marquee game of opening weekend, and off we go on a Sunday night on EA Sports. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. Here's the first carry of the game for Cam Akers. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
On 2nd and 1, Stafford completes it to Powell. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. So defensively here, you've got Matt Stafford at quarterback. Now, we know he's been in the league a long time, but still getting accustomed to playing in a Rams uniform. So what's your biggest key to stopping it?
Well, normally you would say with any quarterback, it's pressure. Number of hits on him in the pocket, keep knocking him to the ground. But Matthew Stafford is one of the toughest quarterbacks in the league. He just keeps picking himself up and firing downfield. To me, it's that coverage of receivers, and when they go to make a catch, make sure you have someone there trying to make a play on the football.
Second and 10.
Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go. Watch the safety creep.
They'll fake it. Now Stafford looking deep downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Not the desired outcome, but probably won't be the last time we see him take a shot downfield.
Off of play action. Here's Stafford. He's got his target. It's the tight end, Tyler Higbee. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
They'll run on 1st down with Akers. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
From the 38, Stafford. Rifles well, that's going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 24. And the Bears are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. A shotgun snap, Fields. And he finds Montgomery complete. And he goes out right around the 39. So 8 yards on the completion there, and it'll make it a 2nd down. Here's Fields. He's got a man here. It's Montgomery. beat you in a number of ways. He can catch the short passes, he can run under a long pass, or he can do what we saw right there, catch one and then make a big gain after the catch. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0.
Now
after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Roquan Smith, the Bears' leading tackler last year, up to make the play. Second down, they'll go with Akers again. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
When they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football, and I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
On first down, Akers, and he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12.
Let go here.
And that'll set them back 5.
Easy. 53, check 53. Watch the slant. Hey, 50. Mike, 53, Mike.
They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Powell. Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a first down due to the previous penalty. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Watch the screen. Hey, 22. Hey.
Now Stafford. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. 4th down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return, and the Bears take over.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season. And they get another shot here with a 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
You know, it's not just all athleticism from defensive linemen. Let's give them a little credit for their football intelligence as well. Read and react by them, understood the play call, and stacked it up and stuffed the run.
And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. Some early fireworks from this rookie quarterback getting the start in week 1.
And every time a rookie quarterback gets to start week 1, you and I both know the extra attention that comes with it. We know that he's going to throw the football, but will he make the right decisions? And in this case with his legs, he showed the defense there's an extra dynamic to his game.
Well, another completion there, and what a big moment in a young quarterback's life, that first NFL start. And Charles, obviously they want him to win games, but if they're looking at him under a microscope in this first month or so, what do you think they're hoping to see from him?
Well, for every question they'll have for him, they should have for themselves as a coaching staff, because it's not just how quickly can he learn the offense, it's what they can teach him, right? How can he build a relationship with his receivers? And, of course, how open is he to learning? And, of course, how open are they to giving him things that he can put in place on the field?
To throw again on 2nd down. Fields. He completes it to Jones. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Another completion there, and you think about the draft back in the spring. He's selected in the first round, getting the start here, as we mentioned, in week 1. It's got to be quite a whirlwind for a young quarterback.
Absolutely, because going in the first round, people are going to clamor for you to be the starter right away, but many teams want you to get your feet wet first, you know, maybe just kind of hang out behind a veteran starter. In this case, though, he ascended right to the top role, and I know he's excited about the opportunity.
1st down, Chicago.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On play action, Fields keeps himself upright. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Leonard Floyd. What a play by him. That's a loss of 17. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. Another try after the 1st down sack. Fields. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Play action. It's Fields. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 14 yards, but they're still well shy of a first as that leads to 4th down.
A 60-yard attempt.
A minute 55 left to go in the first half of play. We remind you that coming up at the half, we'll hand things off to Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have scores from earlier today, plus a look ahead as well, so you won't want to miss that. A lot going on here in week 1. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. Room here to run. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A big play there on the catch and run. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
32. Kill. Hey, turn it up. 21.
Stafford. That'll be swung out wide here for Henderson. That catch good for only a couple.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
His throw incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those 2 elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Throwing on third down, Stafford. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 13, and he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line.
And that's now the second time he's picked off a pass here in the first half alone. Again, another great read defensively, and you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense, as they'll take over with just under a minute left to play. Fields throw here into the hands of Jones. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A big play that time on the catch and run. A nice completion there for the first down. And, Charles, you think about the quarterbacks of recent vintage that have been thrust into action week one. It's no guarantee of future success, but we sure have seen some good ones.
We certainly have, partner. How about Joe Burrow with the Bengals in 2020? He was excellent. Kyler Murray with the Cardinals.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Taylor Rapp with a pick. That's not one that he's going to want to remember, but he had to get it out of the way at some point, his first career interception.
And if he's the guy that they think he is, he's not laughing it off, but he's also not going to let it affect him as the game proceeds. He's going to go back out there, still be the same confident kid, the reason that they drafted him, and go out and play.
The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2.
First and goal at the 2-yard line.
They'll look to run with Akers. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Again, it'll be Akers. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Cam Akers taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Rams are on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And we are tied here in the second quarter. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they've got less than 30 seconds to go here, so not a lot of time to work with. Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Fields. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49.
Well, we knew that Darnell Mooney could absolutely fly, but he was only taken in the 5th round out of Tulane because of his size. He ended up being one of the better late-round picks in the NFL last year. 61 catches on the season. There's another one there, this time for a first down.
And he's going to have a first down here. They're also into field goal range at the 28. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Fields on first down. Got an open man. It's Pringle. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. Santos' kick is up and through, and that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here in our initial Sunday night telecast of the new season, as we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
That game to kick off for Los Angeles.
We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. He was solid on the field goal, but not as solid on the kick. Off there, and that'll put him at the 40-yard line to start this drive. From the gun, it's a give to Montgomery. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. Oh, he bowls over him. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
That's some good hard running there as he'll push his way forward for about 5.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
On 2nd down, Montgomery pushes him over and inside the 20 before he's brought down. 42 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds.
Well, this is a defense that's definitely on their heels now because they gave up the running play for good yardage 1 play ago. Now the pass here sets this offense up 1st and goal. They're going to have to dig in strong now because they've been in retreat so far in this drive. This offense on the march.
No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Justin Fields making quite a splash with his 2nd touchdown in his NFL debut. And the Bears take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Santos with the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Santos to kick off for Chicago.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
2nd and 10, third quarter of the season opener. Stafford now to throw. This one to the left to Higbee. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
53, check 53. Ready?
Play action. Stafford. Man open, it's Kupp. He's got it. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A big play there on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Eddie Jackson with a tackle.
At the Bears' 39-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
32. It's our time. 53 is the mic. 53 is the mic.
Here's Stafford. That's out to the flat for Akers. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The Rams on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Mike. Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time. Let's go. Hey, we got Mike.
To throw is Stafford. A quick pass to Kupp. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
3 yards on the play. That's good for an LA Rams. 1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
53 is the mic. 53.
Stafford on 1st down. He gets this into the hands of Kupp once again. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards.
A 7-yard pickup.
2nd down and 3.
At the 14-yard line.
It's a party now. Check 32.
Stafford going to give this to Akers. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Check. Here we go.
3rd and 2, Stafford. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And the Rams are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
Henderson is not going to get in here as they push him back to the 2-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Good job there defensively to push them back on 1st down. I'm not sure if this is 4-down territory or not, because they can kick the field goal and get it back within a score. But you know that's not what they're thinking right now. A field goal has to be their last option.
On 2nd and goal, Stafford. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
Check 31, check 31, check 37, check 37. Sponge. No. Hey, middle. Check 24, check
Akers. And Akers, he is not going to get there. They mark him short of the first. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. So a field goal gets you back within a score, but they're going to go for the bigger chunk here. Kicking team on the sidelines. Offense on for 4th down. Desperation time for Stafford on 4th down. And he's got it. That's Kupp for a Ram touchdown. A 1-yard touchdown pass. And the Rams have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. And now remember, all touchdowns are reviewed. And in a tight game like this, they're going to take a good long look at it. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
Matt Gay to kick off for Los Angeles.
After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line.
Back at the 26-yard line.
2nd and long, but you got to figure this almost certainly another run. This thrown quickly out to Jones. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. So a nice throw there. And, CD, I have to think you've been impressed with what you've seen thus far here in his debut.
Now, you know me well. I have been impressed because what I've seen is him starting to understand how to play the game in a short amount of time. The dazzling plays, they'll come and with experience. But right now, we're seeing him handle the game, make all the smart plays, and the right reads.
Here we go, G, get up the field.
From the gun on 3rd down, Fields. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good. And they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now. So that gets him a little bit of breathing room, but not much. And you have to think back to the field goal that he missed earlier. This would be a 2-score game right now if he had converted then.
And if you and I are thinking about it, you know he is as well, because in the back of his mind, he's thinking, I hope I get one more shot in an important spot. He just made that one. He wants one more later to truly make up for the earlier miss.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. they go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Well, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. Now Stafford. He'll check this down to Akers out of the backfield. 3 yards the gain there, second down. The Rams going to be forced to use their third and final timeout, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. Stafford. On Stafford for the third time is intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Johnson. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. When you talk about making winning plays, and I believe the referee's been buzzed. Yeah, they want to take another look at this call, and it's certainly a big one here late in a tight game. So the folks in New York just going to wind up confirming what the official saw, as this play will stand as is.
I do get a kick out of seeing a team kneel down at the end of the game in victory formation and wrap one up, because most of the time a kneel down is not a good thing in football. In this case, it's the best thing for the team that's winning.
Best thing week 1 and 1-0 after going down to that knee. So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for Chicago, it's a victory for Justin Fields in his debut at quarterback. And they'll return home next week to take on the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, for Los Angeles, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Indianapolis to take on the Colts.